Hello, everybody. It is Emily, and welcome back to the Kaleidoscope podcast. Oh my goodness. First of all, I just want to say I am so sorry for giving y'all 2 episodes and then literally disappearing. Life got so busy and crazy, but we're back. A little bit about me. I am 23 years old. I graduated from the University of Alabama in May of 2024, so a little bit over a year ago. And I am just navigating life and all things post grad. I moved to a new city on my own. I got my first big girl job. I'm navigating building a community, making friends, finding a new daily routine, building healthy habits, and just really stepping into this new chapter of my life with confidence and trying to build a life that I am totally, truly in love with. And I am here to help y'all do the same. So, yes. I have so many ideas, so many things that I want to talk to you guys about. But today, as you already probably saw, I want to talk about some hard truths that you need to hear. So, before we begin, some of these hard truths are things that I've learned, things that I am still learning, things that I will probably continue to be learning for a very long time. But I'm going to be here and I'm going to be your tough critic and give you the hard truth as it is because I care about you. And I think everyone would benefit from hearing these things and putting them into action. I'm here to be your friend, but maybe a friend that you're not going to like very much for the rest of this episode. So let's get right into hard truths you need to hear. Okay, so the first one, I wrote this down because I so truly believe this, but if you find socializing to be a chore and something that you dread doing, you're probably socializing with the wrong people. I have been in situations where I'm like, oh my gosh, I have dinner with X person tonight. I'm absolutely dreading it. I'm tired. I don't want to go. Oh my gosh, that sounds terrible. Or, oh my goodness, there's this gathering of people in a couple weeks and like I hope I'm sick or I hope something else comes up. You've definitely said that before. You've definitely heard someone say that before. You guys know what I'm talking about. That kind of dread of socialization. If that is the case, more often than not, because sometimes yes, you are tired, sometimes you really don't want to go, always protect your peace. But if every single time you're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm dreading this," you are socializing with the wrong people. Your friends and the community you have in your life, they should be building you up, making you feel happy, bringing joy. My best friends from college, we took a girls' trip a couple months ago to Nashville, and after hanging out with them for the weekend, I literally was so happy for 2 weeks straight after that. All of their love and energy just filled me up so much and made me so, so happy. So if you find yourself dreading every single social event or every single time you have to hang out with someone, maybe find a different friend group, you know? Maybe don't hang out with that one person that you find extremely draining. Maybe try a different activity if something is just so boring you don't want to do it. If your friends or the people you're hanging out with want to go out every single weekend and you just don't want to do that, suggest an alternate activity. And if they still don't want to do anything else, start doing another activity. Find other people that are also doing that. You get what I'm saying? Socializing should only fill you up. And if it's not, you need to take a closer look at the people that you're surrounding yourself with. Next. Oh my goodness. This one, I could talk about this one for hours, but you spend too much time on your phone. You do. Far too much time. You always have it with you. Everywhere you go, it's within arm's reach. If it's going to die, like the world is ending, you need it to fall asleep, you need it to wake up. Phones are everywhere all the time, and you're on yours too much. And I want to say, first and foremost, I have been there. My screen time used to average way too high. Like, oh my gosh, that's embarrassing high. And so I have started really, really making it a priority of mine to put my phone away and exist in the world. Because one of my greatest fears, and I want to share this with all of you as well, and I want you to really think about this, is imagine you're 80 years old, okay? Your life is coming to an end. You're sitting there and you're like, why did I spend so much of my time staring at a piece of glass? Yeah, there's a whole world out there. There are so many interesting, amazing people. There are things to learn, there are things to see, there are things to experience and feel, and you are just staring at a piece of glass. You're going to regret that. And so I'm here to tell you right now, you need to get off your phone. Get off your phone. Put it away. Something I've done, I have a crazy to say, but like an old-fashioned alarm clock, and I charge my phone in my bathroom. Like I don't even have it by my bed. When you're with a group of people, never take your phone out of your bag or your pocket. This one makes me feel like I'm literally in a simulation. I don't go on my phone in a waiting room anymore. I just sit there and I wait and I'm present. And if you look around in a waiting room, every single person is on their phone. And when you're not, you literally feel like you're the only person awake in an entire simulation. Same thing on an airplane. But put your phone down. You're on it way too much. And I know it's comforting, it's easy, it's addictive. And so that kind of goes to my next point. You're addicted to social media. You definitely have an unhealthy relationship with the social media app that you're thinking about right now when I said you're addicted to social media. I also completely understand. It is so easy to doom scroll. It's so tempting. It's literally addictive because it gives your brain just rushes of dopamine and it feels good and it's comforting and it's peaceful. We're wasting our lives staring at a piece of glass. Whatever social media you struggle with, I recommend deleting the app. I'm not saying forever, I'm not saying permanently, but just delete the app and realize how often you grab your phone to go get on that app. And then you realize, oh, it's not there anymore. I've done this so many times with Instagram. Like I'm in a little doom scroll pattern where I'm constantly just scrolling through Instagram for hours and hours and hours. I'll delete the app and I literally find myself picking up my phone. And then I'm like, I'm only picking up my phone right now because I was going to go on Instagram, and I put it back down. Giving yourself a little bit of space from the social media apps or whatever apps are really making you want to go on your phone will automatically decrease your screen time as well. This is like a little 2-for-1, if you know what I'm saying. But I highly recommend challenge yourself, delete the app for a week, and then see what your screen time is. And then also see why you're really going on your phone. If Instagram's not there, for example, and you open your phone and go on it, what do you do instead? If you don't do anything, then that social media app is probably like the core of your problems. But I mean, you might just transfer it. So let's say you have TikTok, you delete TikTok, then you watch Instagram Reels, delete Instagram, then you watch YouTube. It's just like a constant cycle. And so I highly recommend, honestly, just doing a little cleanse. And don't be annoying and post about it on social media that you're taking a break from social media. That's so annoying. Don't do that. But just delete the apps, even for a couple days. It's refreshing. It is good for you. Kind of segueing from the phones, the social media, you have no attention span. None. How many times have there been a 20-second video, 7 seconds in, you're like, oh my gosh, this is way too long, scroll. I've done it. I know you've done it. I know you have, because we're so used to just getting things instantaneously that when we have to wait, it's like, ugh, no, never mind. I'll just go to something else that's instantaneous. My challenge for you, go watch a movie. Don't have your phone in the room at all. Not a book, not a magazine, nothing. Just go by yourself, sit down, and watch a movie. And see if you can actually do it. If you can't, then I highly suggest that that's something that you need to work on, is your attention span. Because when we were little, we could sit and watch, we could watch the whole thing. Now, we sit down, we watch a movie, and everyone's like on their phones while watching the movie. Like we're always doing two things at once, and we're never fully present in one thing. And I really feel like that comes back to our attention span and how it's just really hard for us to focus on one thing. And I feel like a lot of that is because people don't make the conscious decision to be fully present wherever they are. We're looking for something to constantly be stimulating our brains or our dopamine or things like that. But truly, it is so refreshing to just be and exist. I recommend doing things that take your attention span. That might feel hard, but it's good for you. You need to do it. Next. This is like a romantic one that popped into my head. If you're constantly wondering if this person likes you, that you're romantically interested in, they Snapchat me and then they don't Snapchat me for a couple days. Just this constant back and forth of, do they like me? Do they like me? But they don't like you. Okay? If someone likes you, they want to be around you and they want to talk to you. If someone's not doing either of those things that you're romantically interested in, they don't like you. I'm so sorry to say. I have been there. Trust me, trust. I have been there, and I'm so sorry to be the one to tell you this, but they don't like you. But come on, deep down, you know that, okay? And someone that's not going to be all in for you, you don't want them. The next one I have is you're stagnant and you aren't learning anything new. Something I realized is, we go to high school, some of us go to college, we get out into the real world, and then we just kind of do our jobs, and we kind of stop learning things outside of work. I'm not saying everybody, but for me, for example, the past year, I feel like a lot of things I've been learning were through my job and because of my job. But, I started thinking, when was the last time that I was interested in a topic and I went out of my way to investigate it and learn more about it? And then I realized that I really have not been doing that very much. And I look at the people around me and I feel like none of us are really doing that. And so I want to say to you that it is so important to continue to learn things. And now that we're out of school and we can do whatever you want, you can learn about whatever you want. If you really like robots, for example, go find a super cool robot documentary. Or if you like outer space, find a cool space book or a space movie or a space podcast, different things like that. We can learn from so many different mediums and in so many different ways. And now that no one's telling you what to learn or how to learn, a lot of us kind of just stop learning things. And I think that is so, so dangerous in the long term of becoming a stagnant person, becoming stuck in your ways and not evolving with the world. I feel like so many people in my generation are like, oh my gosh, the older generation are so stuck in their ways, they don't want to change. Yeah, well, maybe they weren't constantly learning about new things and expanding their horizons. But if you're not actively doing those things either, you're probably going to end up just like the generation that you look down upon for not having done those things. It is so important to never become a stagnant person in any capacity, but I truly think learning is so, so important. Go learn something new. Go learn more about something that interests you, even if it's just a random, like 5-10 minute Google rabbit hole of Reddit. I freaking love Reddit. Or different things like that. Go learn about something. Go engage with something that you don't know a lot about and have fun. Learning can be so much fun, and especially nowadays with technology, there are so many cool mediums for learning and engaging with others and engaging with different topics that you're going to find something you enjoy, but have fun. Learn. Don't be stagnant. Don't be stagnant in anything. The next one, I so strongly believe this, but if you do not love your life, change it. That is a very big statement to make. And so I kind of want to break it down a little bit. But I truly think if you do not love an aspect of your life, change it. If you don't love your job, start looking for a new job that brings you more joy. If you don't love the relationship that you're in, get out of that relationship. Find a new one. If you don't love your friend group, don't just accept that these are your only friends in life. Continue to expand your social circles. Look for more people to meet, more people to engage with. If you don't love where you live, start figuring out how to move somewhere that you do. You know what I mean? We are truly in control of our lives, and nobody is going to all of a sudden wake you up one day and say, okay, green light, you should go move to that city that you've talked about. Nobody's going to do that. We must take it upon ourselves to create a life that we love. And while it's very unrealistic to just be like, okay, I don't love where I live. Tomorrow I'm just going to move across the country. That is very unrealistic. Or, maybe this is my dream job. I'm going to get it tomorrow. That's unrealistic. But you should constantly be doing things to bring you closer to your dream life. You should be actively making changes and making steps to bring you closer to your dream life. So let's say, for example, your dream is to live abroad. The first thing you need to do is figure out a budget for that. Okay, this is a good budget of where I want to live. Now, what are some jobs that will help me financially afford that budget? Okay, these are the kind of jobs. How do I get those jobs? Who do I need to talk to? What training do I need? Do I need any special certificates? who do I know that's in this job? Do you know what I'm saying? And from there of, okay, we've broken it down into a couple little steps. Let's say that I got a special license to like teach students abroad, and I know a family friend who used to teach in Europe, so I talk to them, meet with them. I start interviewing. Boom, I got a job abroad. Therefore, I can move abroad, but I can financially afford it because I figured out the budget I need and figured out the career that I had to have to do that. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yes, we need to create the lives that we love. No, it will most not likely happen overnight, but you need to actively be making steps to create your dream life and a life that you love every single day until you have it. Nothing in your life, I so truly believe this, nothing in your life should just be okay. No. My job's fine. No, that's not good enough. You should love your job. My boyfriend's okay. No, you should freaking love your boyfriend. And some people might disagree with me when I say that, but I truly think life is too short to not be truly in love with every single aspect of the one that you're creating. Maybe your dream life is living in a big city, and then a couple years later, your dream changes. And you fall out of love of an aspect of your life. You can always make a change. You can always redirect. We are constantly growing and evolving. Remember, we're not being stagnant. Your dreams are going to change. Your goals are going to change. Also, I want to say too that when I say you should love every aspect of your life, I'm not saying that you're going to have a perfect, amazing day every single day. That's just not real. But within those hard days, there should be more of a net positive than a net negative. What I mean by that is, let's say you have your dream job in a dream city. Sometimes your job's going to be hard. Sometimes you're going to be bad at your job. Sometimes you're going to let people down and miss deadlines. And that sucks and that's hard. But when you take a step back and you know intrinsically, yes, I'm having a hard time, but this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This fills me up. This gives me joy. I love this job. You're in the right place. So don't think that when I say you should love every aspect of your life, that your life is just going to be sunshine, rainbows, happy all day, every day, because that is not true. That is literally impossible. So please do also keep that in mind, because I don't want you to think that, oh my gosh, if I don't wake up every day and every day is perfect, then I need to change my life. No, that is not what I'm saying. You need to be realistic, but also really intrinsically look within yourself. You'll know. If you really sit with yourself and think through different aspects of your life, if you really listen, you will know if it is right for you or not. Okay. That was my little side note on that. This is kind of going off of the dream life stuff or career movement or anything. You will not always be invited. You need to get yourself there. So what I mean by this is, let's say that there's a job you want. Find someone who works in that field. Ask them questions. Ask them the best way to structure your resume. Ask them some interview tips. Get into the industry. Learn as much as you can about whatever it is you want to do. You need to insert yourself into the places that you want to be, because you're not going to be invited. If you want to sit at a table, you need to get yourself a seat, okay? Do the research, do the work, make connections, really commit yourself, find out why you want to be there, who else is going to be there, how you can be there. Do the legwork, and you will get a seat at that table. And you will have gotten it for yourself. And I think that that is infinitely more powerful than just waiting and hoping, will they invite me? Will I get a seat? I don't know. Oh my gosh, I got one, yay. No. You can get yourself a seat at any table that you want, but you got to do the legwork. This is actually one of my favorites. I have done so much with this one in the last year, but you need to be more comfortable doing things alone. What I mean by this is safely, okay? Number one thing is safely. You need to do things on your own, and you need to find joy in that. Oh my goodness. One of my favorite things, I traveled a lot for work this past year by myself, and one of my favorite things to do is I would take myself, usually at least once a trip, I would go to a restaurant and I would leave my phone in my purse, okay? And I was present in the moment, and I would enjoy a meal by myself at a restaurant. I would get a little salad, a little entree, a little dessert, and I would just sit there and enjoy. And I know so many of you were like, that is literally my worst nightmare. But oh my gosh, guys, let me tell you, I've learned so much from that. Number one, Literally no one cares about you at all. Because I was always like, ooh, maybe people will think I'm like mysterious and cool. Nobody looked at me. Nobody. Nobody's gonna look at you at all. I also was like, ooh, the wait staff is gonna think this weird. No. People dine alone all the time. They just want your money, okay? They're gonna be nice to you. Yes, they're probably good people. End of the day, they're just doing their job, right? They really don't care why you're sitting by yourself. But the next thing I realized is it just felt so nice to be happy with my own company. I sat through a meal and I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I did not need anyone else there. Myself was enough. And that is such a powerful feeling of knowing that you as an individual, alone with yourself, brings you joy, brings you comfort, makes you happy. It is so, so important to feel that way. And so I challenge all of you. Go to a restaurant, eat by yourself. That might be a little intense. I completely understand. I have no social anxiety. Social anxiety is literally scared of me. Ask anyone that knows me, they would tell you the same. But if that's a little intense, this is such a good one, I think. Go to a movie alone. Okay? Low risk. It's going to be dark. Everyone's just sitting there watching a movie. No one's looking around. I don't know who's around me when I'm watching a movie. No one will care if you're by yourself. I would not think it's weird at all to see someone alone in a movie or at a restaurant personally, but just sit down, get yourself a little snack, get yourself a little drink, take yourself to a movie. There's always a movie that I feel like I want to see and no one else really wants to see it. And I'm always like, oh darn, I can't see it. Yeah, I can. I can just go by myself. And you can do the same thing. If you really want to see F1, for example, I really want to see F1. Oh my gosh. And nobody wants to go with you, take yourself there. I know. Crazy. But you need to be more comfortable doing things by yourself. At the end of the day, you are the only person that you have for this entire life. And you should know yourself and love yourself and trust yourself and have fun by yourself. And kind of going off of that, you don't need anyone in this world. And I know you're probably like, that's totally not true. I need my mom. I need my dad. I need my siblings. I need my best friend. Yes. Well, kind of. I truly believe, remember, these are hard truths, that you do not need anyone in this world. You should be so okay, happy, content, confident, independent with just you. I'm sorry, hard truth, you won't have everyone forever. Things change, life happens, but the one constant you have in this life is yourself. You will always have yourself, and I truly believe that you shouldn't need anyone else. You should be so okay with who you are that that's enough. And if you're not, you need to work on that. You need to work on your self-love. You need to work on your relationship with yourself. You need to work on your confidence. You need to work on the way that you speak to yourself. You need to work on the way you take care of your body and the things that you fuel it with. You need to work on all those things because at the end of the day, you only have you. And that should always be enough. All right, let's segue. That was a little deep. Ugh, my cat. Finnegan, did you hear him scratching? Finnegan. I also got a cat. Like, my literal dream has always been to have a cat, and now I have the coolest, best cat in the world. He goes everywhere with me. He loves the car. He's been on airplanes. I take him to the beach. He wears his little harness and his little leash. Don't step on my computer. No, Finny. He doesn't know why I'm sitting in my closet. Mommy is working. Do you want food on the table, or do you want to... Thank you. Scoot your booch. Oh my gosh. Okay, smoothie break. So good. I made a smoothie this morning. Phenomenal. Ooh, last one I want to say is one that honestly changed my life. When you think other people are judging you or thinking about you, that is a narrative that you completely made up in your own head based off of nothing but your own insecurities. Yeah, I know. When I read that, I was like jaw on the floor. Oh my gosh, that is like, that's game changing. But remember that. Those are literally your own insecurities talking. Nobody else has said anything, okay? Also, don't assume the worst in people. Don't assume that people are saying all these mean, awful, judgy things about you. Don't do that. That's not fair. You wouldn't want someone to do that to you, so don't assume other people's character until you have reason to. So, yeah, boom. Those are some hard truths. I'm trying to think of some more just like fun little light ones I could throw in. Oh my gosh, I have one. Sorry, I get so soapboxy on here. But are you buying that because you actually like it, or are you just seeing it on social media and it's popular? Sit with that one, think it through. I have so many times, I'm sure you have too. Oh my gosh, I really want this pair of shoes. I've seen them on TikTok. Oh my gosh, I love that sweater. I saw it on Instagram. Oh my gosh, that water bottle. This one's so real. That water bottle's so cute. Everyone's posting about it on Pinterest. Before you buy things, really intrinsically pause and say, why am I buying this? Do I like it? What are 5 genuine reasons that I like it? If you don't have 5, or if you flat out are just like, you know what, it's just popular, that's why I want it, don't get it. Be your own person, forge your own path. Don't just fall into what everyone's doing. And don't worry, like, sometimes things are trendy and you do really like them, and that is okay. There are some super trendy things that I love. For example, my Awala bottle. Love. So trendy. I'm so obsessed. Favorite water bottle ever. I'll talk all day about it. Sometimes there's going to be trends that you genuinely do like. Engage with them. Do the things that make you happy. But I also want to say, don't just buy things and follow the crowd because everyone else is doing it. Buy something, engage with something because you genuinely like it, not because you're just trying to be like everybody else. Okay? There's only one of you in the whole world. There was a 1 in like some trillion chance of you being born, and you were. Don't ever take away your individuality. You're amazing, you're untouchable, you're one of a kind. Never forget that. Okay. So that kind of brings me to the end of the episode. I love you guys all so much. Please subscribe to the podcast. I'm shocked that I only made 2 episodes, and over the past year, people have continued and continued to listen, and my downloads have just grown and grown and grown, and it's kind of freaking awesome how many people have actually listened to this. It's kind of shocking, honestly. But please subscribe to the podcast. I am so back, everybody. With that being said, also follow the Instagram at kaleidoscope.pod. Send me DMs with stories, with opinions, with things you want me to talk about, with questions, whatever. Go crazy. I also have a little TikTok account. My personal Instagram is EmilyWile_. And yes, I love you all dearly. Go do something nice for someone today, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye.